Have you ever read an opening to something that just stops you in your tracks? Well, that's what we're tackling today. We're about to unpack one of the most powerful, dense, and theologically rich openings ever written, the first few verses of the epistle to the Hebrews. And trust me, it's less of a gentle hello and more of a cosmic explosion. And right away you realize this isn't just pretty language. In one single, breathtaking sentence, the author makes these absolutely massive claims about who this son is, his relationship to God, his role in literally creating the universe, and his ultimate authority. It's the kind of statement that basically forces you to stop and ask, okay, what is going on here? And that's exactly what we're going to do. So you read that, and you're probably thinking, wow, that's a lot. What does it all mean? Think of this as our quest to solve that puzzle. We're going to break this thing down piece by powerful piece to really get a handle on the foundation it lays for the rest of the book. Okay, so the first thing you have to get is just how weird this opening is for a letter back then. Most ancient letters start with a pretty standard, hey, it's me, writing to you, hope you're well. But Hebrews? Nope. It just throws all of that out the window. It doesn't ease you in, it just launches you into the deep end of theology. This isn't a greeting. It's a proclamation from word one. So right out of the gate, the author sets up this massive contrast, right? A huge shift in how God communicates with people. It's a move from the past to the present, from something partial to something complete. Let's look at how he frames this. And look at how they word this. On the one hand, you've got long ago. God spoke in many parts and in many ways. Now that means the stuff the prophet said was absolutely genuine, but it was fragmented. It came in bits and pieces, through dreams, visions, you name it. But now, in these last days, the message isn't in pieces anymore. It's complete. It's not just a bunch of different messages. It's all embodied in one single person, the Son.
Okay, so once he's established that the Son is this ultimate final word, he just unleashes this, the only way to describe it is a cosmic resume. It's this rapid-fire 7-point list that just defines who the Son is and what he does in the universe. So let's go through it line by line.
First up on the resume, heir of all things. And let's be clear, this is a huge claim. We're not talking about inheriting a country or a kingdom on earth. The scope here is universal. The author is saying the Son is the designated inheritor of, well, everything, the whole cosmos. But wait, it gets even bigger. He's not just going to inherit creation. He was the agent of creation. The text says it was through whom also he created the world. And the word for world here can literally be translated as the ages. It's this idea that all of time and all of space, the entire fabric of reality, was woven together through the Son. That points to him existing before everything and being central to its very beginning.
Now we get to some language that is just, wow. It's incredibly specific and super rare. The Son is described as the radiance of the glory of God. The author pulls out a very particular Greek word here, and he's definitely doing it on purpose. That word is apaugasma. And get this, it only shows up one other significant time in the Greek Old Testament, in a book called The Wisdom of Solomon. And there, it's used to describe divine wisdom itself as the brightness of eternal light. So by using this very specific word, the author is plugging the Son directly into this powerful Jewish tradition about God's own creative wisdom. This is such a brilliant way to think about it. The Son is to God's glory what light is to the sun. It's not a reflection, right? It's not light bouncing off a mirror. It's an emanation. It's the light that comes from the sun. You can't separate the light from the Son. And it's an expression of the exact same stuff. The point is a shared divine nature.
And he's not done. The very next phrase just keeps building on this idea. The Son is also the exact imprint of his nature. And again, the specific Greek word here is everything. So the word is character. Think about an old-school signet ring being pressed into hot wax to make a seal. The mark left behind in the wax isn't just a picture of the ring. It is the ring's exact, perfect, substantial impression. So the author is arguing that if you want to know who God is, you look at the Son. He perfectly reveals God's very being.
Okay, let's just pause and recap this resume so far. Agent of creation, radiance of God's glory, exact imprint of his being. But his job isn't done. Point number 5 is that he is actively upholding all things by the word of his power. This means creation wasn't just a one-and-done deal. The Son is constantly holding the universe together. And this is where the resume makes a massive turn. It pivots from this huge, cosmic, universal scale right down to the human, redemptive level. This very same being who created and sustains everything is the one who made purification for sins and then sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high. His cosmic power is directly linked to his work of salvation, and that work leads to his ultimate position of authority.
So after dropping this mind-blowing resume, the author immediately puts it to work to make a really, really important point. The whole goal is to show that the Son isn't just like a super angel or the highest-ranking angel. No, he's in a category all by himself, and the difference is just, it's night and day. Look at this. The Son is a king on a throne. Angels are spirits who serve. Angels worship. The Son gets worshipped. He has the unique title of Son, while they're called servants. He's eternal. They're created beings. You see the point? The author is screaming that this isn't a difference of rank, it's a difference in their very nature. And then he just drives it all home with a series of killer rhetorical questions, starting with this one. I mean, the answer is so obvious it hurts. None of them. This question is designed to just slam the door on any comparison and create this unbridgeable gap between the Son and, well, anyone else. So you might be wondering, why start here? Why all this high-level cosmic theological stuff? Well, because this incredible introduction isn't just poetic flair. It is the solid, concrete theological foundation that the entire argument of the book of Hebrews is built on. The logic of the entire book literally flows directly from this opening. It's like a three-step argument. Step 1, the Son is supreme. We just established that, right? Okay, because he's supreme, step 2 logically follows. His priesthood has to be supreme, better than anything that came before. And because of that, step 3 follows. The call for us to be faithful to him isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely urgent. So here's the bottom line. Without getting this foundational picture of the Son's cosmic identity, none of the rest of the book's arguments about sacrifice, priesthood, and endurance really have the same punch. This opening isn't just an intro, it's the engine that powers the whole thing. Which really just leaves us with one last thought, doesn't it? If this breathtaking cosmic resume is the foundation, what is it supposed to build in us? Why lay all this groundwork? What does knowing all this actually change? That's the challenge this incredible opening leaves us with, and it's a big one.